story here at 6 o'clock. A new federal lawsuit accuses ICE officials of mistreating detainees being held at the ICE processing facility in Broadview.
And just late this afternoon, attorneys representing those arrested demanded that a federal judge intervene. Those attorneys want access to their clients, and they want conditions inside the facility to improve. Here's investigative reporter Bennett Haeberle.
In this new federal lawsuit, attorneys representing immigrants held at the ICE processing facility say the conditions inside are poor, with overcrowded holding cells, clogged toilets, lack of adequate food or water, and lack of access for detainees to meet with immigration attorneys.
And right now, all of those basic human rights are being flouted at Broadview.
Alexa Van Brunt is one of the attorneys who filed the suit.
One of the most concerning allegations that we have put in this complaint concerns the utter blackout on access to counsel in the facility.
Among the statements filed with the court, a Jack Doe detainee who says he was arrested in September and that there were 150 to 200 people in a room with him. In his written statement, he said that, quote, the guards were violent and abusive and that officers hit people who asked for more food or water, that there was one man in the room from Venezuela who kept asking for more. The officers took him out of the room and into the central area and beat him, he says. In another exhibit, an attorney said her client described inhumane conditions, that officers threatened him repeatedly to sign his own voluntary deportation papers, telling him if you don't sign, you'll stay in jail for 15 years. Those statements are similar to what we heard from Adair Nicholas Jimenez Barrios. He's not part of the lawsuit, but he spoke to NBC5 Investigates earlier this month from Mexico. He, too, described poor conditions and said that he signed his own deportation papers after guards there told him he could see a judge, but he'd be jailed for 6 months. He told me, that's why I told him I have to get out of here, because I'm not going to be living like this.
And as a result, what is happening is that ICE agents are coercing people to sign forms that relinquish their fundamental rights. People are agreeing to be removed from this country without knowing what they're signing.
In a lengthy statement, a DHS spokeswoman said any claims there are subprime conditions at the Broadview ICE facility are false, adding that detainees are given 3 meals a day and have access to phones to communicate with family and attorneys. We sent DHS a copy of the lawsuit. Their statement did not directly address the allegations of mistreatment, but went on to talk about how their officers are facing increased death threats and how some of the, quote, worst of the worst detainees have been processed through the ICE Broadview facility. Newly released ICE data analyzed by NBC5 Investigates shows on average 84% of the detainees have no criminal conviction. Bennett Haeberle, NBC5 Investigates.